we are adjusting from the Ukraine-Russia conflict, the Israel-Hamas conflict, or the Gaza conflict, as it is often referred to, has escalated the disturbance to the global peace. Recent developments in Iran and Bangladesh have further added to the VUCA scenario. The ripple effect of this has affected the passage of ships passing through Red Sea, disrupting the supply chain and forcing the cargo ships to take a longer route through the Cape of Good Hope, increasing the transit time and the cost for all the shipments. Given the current situation, your company achieved a turnover of rupees 1,006 crores and a net profit of rupees 42.41 crores, and the consolidated income from operations and net profit for the year was rupees 2,151 crores and rupees 52.76 crores respectively. The board of directors are pleased to recommend dividend of 150%, that is rupees 5 per share, plus is 2 rupees 50 paisa per share as special dividend on the paid up equity share capital of the company for consideration and approval of the shareholders. India was once again the fastest growing economy in 2023. India's trade performance for the fiscal year 2023-2024 has been noteworthy. India's overall exports are estimated to have reached $778.2 billion, slightly surpassing the previous year's record. Organic chemical sector continues to evolve as a global player in the industry. I would say organic and inorganic chemical sectors. The final estimate of the current year's castor crop is at 19.75 lakh metric tons, an improvement from the final estimate of 18.8 lakh tons of previous year. Going by the current demand and the crop estimate, we expect that the supply position will be comfortable enough to meet the demand. The company's commitment to the castor value chain reflects a deep understanding of the industry's dynamics. From sowing seeds to delivering products to customers, the investment spans the entire spectrum, ensuring a sustainable approach to meeting present and future demands. This holistic involvement is not only fostering a robust agricultural sector, but also contributing to the development of eco-friendly products aligning with the global trends towards sustainability. During the year, the company, along with its subsidiary, had spent a total amount of rupees 1 crore 26 lakhs on CSR and community services. Your company's initiatives, Project Pragati, has been complemented by its sustainability partners, Arkema, BASF, and Solidaridad, a Dutch NGO. Over the period of the last 8 years, more than 1 lakh tons of castor seeds have been cultivated and certified under the Success Code. Your company continues to support farmers' education for improvement in yield and income by engaging in several projects on its own and in partnership with other organizations. The Erenda Scholarship is an initiative of Arkema, supported by Ishedu Agrochem Private Limited, subsidiary of your company. It is an education program involving the next generation, that is the school children of the farmers. In addition to the above initiatives, your company is also involved in several other projects, including one by the Solvent Extractions Association of India, SEA. The SEA castor model entails synergies of promoting activity. The company, through its subsidiary, is also working with Kalyan Foundation in conjunction with progressive farmers on project of model farms for educating and further developing the castor farmers to achieve higher yields. Further, the company continues to contribute to various projects and initiatives to support healthcare and educational programs. Let me share with you a small video on the Erenda Scholarship event supported by our subsidiary company, Ishedu Agrochem Private Limited.
When we began the story about 3 years back, our objective was sustainability. We've been working with farmers for a long time and educating farmers about sustainability. But then we thought that why not extend this to the next generation too? And that is where we thought of going to schools in this region, educating children too about what sustainability is. We decided to do it through means of a competition to make it more exciting for children.
આરકેમાં અને ઈશેદુ કંપનીના જે અધિકારી હતા તે અમારી સ્કૂલમાં આવ્યા હતા અને તે લોકોએ અમને પ્રોજેક્ટ ગ્રુપ પર સસ્ટેનેબિલિટી એટલે કે ટકાઉપણા વિશે પણ અમારા બાળકોને માહિતી આપી હતી અને તેના આધારે જ આ સ્પર્ધા યોજવામાં આવી હતી.
સ્પર્ધાની શરૂઆત અને એની શરૂઆતની કરવા માટેની જે પ્રી પ્લાનિંગ હોય એ આયોજનથી લઈને છેક આજ સુધી તેઓ અમારી સાથે એક કુટુંબની જેમ એક એક વિદ્યાર્થી સુધી જઈ અને માર્ગદર્શન પૂરું પાડ્યું છે.
To each one of the speakers, Shailesh Bhai Mahadevia ji. We had another speaker, Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal, Rajendra Sheth ji, Rajendra Prasad D. Joshi, Mr. Vinay Bide, Mr. Hitesh K. I appreciate all the questions, and we will, whatever, to the best possible extent, we will answer each of your questions. And if not, we will try and respond to you subsequent to our AGM today. There were some questions also given in advance, so I would like to take those also into consideration, and we will answer most of the questions. There was a question on what was the castor and derivatives volume during FY24 and what is the expectation during 25. So here I would say that there has been too much of volatility in different segments we are catering to. First quarter of this year's performance has been quite modest, but difficult to do predictions for the future because of this VUCA world. We are facing a lot of challenges, not only for manufacturing, but we are looking at challenges that manufacturing we generally do not have challenges, but challenges on other fronts, like when the shipping is one big issue that we have formed, and there are quite a few logistics and other challenges that we go throughout the year. As far as the top line and bottom line is concerned, I think overall outlook remains very positive. However, again, due to the geopolitical situation, short-term prospects are hard to predict, but we see promising long-term outlook, even our basket of sustainable chemical products. So, we are very positive for our company, and we hope that we will be always growing with better margins and more product volumes with revenues. Whatever we are doing today, we have, as a company, we have over 75 different products with different, I think I explained this also, if you have been attending the AGMs of our company, earlier, I've also explained the life cycle of some of the products. Some of the old products die out, and we have to continuously do our R&D and try to see how we can improve on our values and our products. So, with the current scenario, the plants that we have, some are dedicated, some are product reactors, and the utilization of our capacities today, I would say, is close to about 60-65%. So we have additional capacity of about somewhere between 25 and 35% based on the product itself. So it's very difficult to put any particular product in perspective and give you those kind of numbers. So global derivative market is in India and globally is quite large and consists of specialized products with various industries and could be a few $billion. And in India, the derivative market is not very well organized. And we believe that your company is a leading player in the derivative segment with a dominant share. We continuously try and innovate new products, and we are putting a lot of efforts, resources in, as some of the questions that came to me today were also in different areas where we are putting a lot of resources to develop and also substitute the current products as raw materials going into the segments like cosmetics and pharma and the lubes. So we are encouraging or putting our products, which are mainly all bio-based, which is castor based, and these are over the long term, with the global theme that is going around is to be sustainable, to be green products. So these are the focus areas that we are trying to enter into, which definitely takes a lot of time, energy, and patience to have them penetrate into the market segment. So we are putting in a lot of resources, both at R&D and at the marketing side. In R&D, maybe we have developed new products. Now we are also developing new applications. We have to substitute some of the ongoing products with our bio-based products, and then we have to also market those products into the global market. So we are in a stage where some of these products are still under the approval stages, and we cannot give you a very clean timeline on when this can happen. So but we are very confident that someday it will definitely happen, and the company will continue to grow with all its resources and all its efforts that we are putting into making newer products and newer applications in different segments of the market. The capex plan for the midterm, I would say, again, we would say somewhere about 150 crores should be the capex requirement over the coming few years. There was a question put to us, where do we have fixed price contracts or variable price? So product pricing are a mix of several factors depending on the product and customers and geographies. So some of them are fixed price contracts, some of them are related with the market prices, and it has got a lot of combinations there. There was a question put to us in writing that are we getting any premium on sale of sustainable castor oil under success? So let me again explain to you that the purpose of the success code is to ensure sustainability in farming with a positive environmental impact across the value chain. This is from agriculture to the industry, and the commercial sales have already started. And as I mentioned in my speech, we have now harvested over 1 lakh of tons, and we are now waiting for the other markets to start using sustainable products. These are at a premium, and we have to really create, whoever needs sustainable products, we will have to cater to those kind of market segments. The commercial sales, as I said, has already started, and the results look very promising for us and also to whoever we are supplying. So the industry who are using such products in a sustainable manner, their responses are very positive. Somebody had asked about the China factor. So, no, in castor oil, China is a big consumer of castor. However, and China typically is about 40-45% of the total Indian exports that go out of India is the Chinese market. But our share in this castor oil exports to China is limited. I would say we are in our total portfolio, it's about less than 20%, as China is mainly focused on purchasing low margin products. Castor oil is a very commoditized product and there are a lot of risks involved, and we don't want to enter into risk on the commodity side. So we are focusing also to preserve our margins. And, but we certainly keep a very watchful eye on evaluating all the other opportunities that come along, for China. There was a question that said, what has been the movement of castor oil prices in 25 and what will be the impact of the same on our margins? The price movement of castor oil is based on change in the price of castor seed. So, it's a very highly commoditized market. It is like our share market or a commodity market, the agri-commodity market, where we see very huge fluctuations on a daily basis. So this information is also provided in our annual report on the back page of the annual report. So you will see the volatility there. So there was one question that was put to that how much of our revenue comes from B2C or branded sales. So Jayant Agro as a company, we are still a B2B company. And, we'll talk about the B2C part as already, we have created a subsidiary company. So we'll talk about it later in some of our answers that we'll be giving. On the customer side, there was a question that which are the two biggest market sizes for us, or who are the customers. So as we have said, that castor oil is a very versatile product going into many markets. So the top two, in my opinion, could be, castor oil as a commodity. We do not say that as a commodity, but when we say even of the products that we are dealing, they are mainly going into the lubes and paint companies and engineering plastic companies. I think these are the three big volume industries that take some of the products like castor oil and other value-added products. Pharmaceutical and these cosmetic industries, these are all small industries, and they would comprise a very small percentage of our sales. But these are niche markets where we are able to maintain with our R&D products, or now the new products that we have been introducing. So these are the margin products that we will be focusing going forward. So as I was talking about China, China is the lowest cost manufacturer of sebacic acid, which is one of the major products of the castor oil industry. And as I said, 40 to 45% of castor oil that is going into China or going out of India to China, maybe over 50 to 60% is going for only this one product, sebacic acid. And they are the lowest cost manufacturer and thus a dominant player in the world. So, our company is also manufacturing sebacic acid, but it's a low volume, and we only supply to, our product is different than the Chinese. We focus more on the quality, and our product is mainly going for companies who realize the value for quality and commitments, both timely shipments and always providing products within specs. Somebody talked about, collaboration with DKSH. So DKSH, we, as you know, our company has got more than 75 products, and it has engaged several channel partners, not only in India but across the globe, through various, to supply as a supply chain partners, you can say, to various industries and geographies. So DKSH is one of such channel partners for us. Vikram, if you could cover the other questions. Vikram?
Yes, just unmute myself.
Yeah. Before Vikram starts, I take some notes of Shailesh Bhai, who has given us some good ideas about the retail business, and we will certainly keep the product that you are mentioning in our mind and see how that we can start in our subsidiary company for the B2C kind of markets. The other question, I'm sorry, I was reading the other questions only, but Shailesh Bhai has also given some questions on Andhra Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh, as he rightly said, is very low in production today. They were the leaders many years ago, but now Gujarat has taken over. Just for information, castor seed is not anymore a wild crop grown around the borderland. So it is now a cultivated crop, and the challenges that we face today are, as we have been working on the farmers' betterment and interest, to keep the farmers' interest in castor. That is why we are going even to reaching out to the next generation, telling them all stories about castor and how their parents are doing farming in castor and how that can be grown. So as an information, I could only share that even the Gujarat average today is about 2,200 to 2,400 kilos per hectare. But as you know, that we have been working on the sustainability of the products and using the success code, and also within our own organization that we are doing the model farms, we have achieved yields of close to anywhere between 6,000 and 7,000 kilos per hectare. So this really needs to be translated onto the farmer side in a big way. So the challenge that we are facing is, our farmers today have a very small farming land that is only about 1 hectare. If you see the average Indian farmer, land holding is only about 1 hectare. And again, a farmer who is engaged with you will have to rotate the crop. So you cannot grow castor year after year. So we have to keep rotating the crops. And that is why you will see that if there are large farmers, farm holding farmers with over, say, 3, 4, 5 hectares of land or 10 hectares of land, then what we do with them, we try to also ensure that they grow castor in one portion of the land, and the other areas, whatever he is growing, he keeps growing, but he keeps rotating amongst his, within his land, the castor production. So we always see challenge of castor being an agri product One is, the farmer is always, very intelligent. He knows what he needs to grow, but we have to keep the farmers completely involved in making castor grow. And the advantages that castor have over other crops. There are many other crops a farmer can grow, like groundnut, cotton, or fruits or vegetables or whatever they can grow, which are short duration crops. But castor is one crop per year, and that is an advantage and also a disadvantage. So it's both. But we need to explain to the farmer at the end the revenue model for the farmer, what the farmer really needs to get out of what they are producing. So we keep challenging and keep asking them all the questions, and we try to ensure that the castor is of interest to farmers, because it is a good revenue crop, it is a hardy crop, it is an insurance crop for the farmers. And if they do the production of castor seeds as per the good farming practices, they have the possibility to even touch the yield what we have achieved in the model farm. So we are showcasing to the farmers what we are really doing on the ground level, so that, if they are growing today castor seeds with say 2,500 kilos per hectare, and if they are able to achieve 6,000 kilos or 7,000 kilos per hectare, then that changes the whole revenue model for the farmer. So these are all the continuous efforts that we as a company, because as you see our company logo, it is castor, and for us farmer is very important, and that is why we continue to put a lot of resources. The events that we are continuing to engage with the farmers is mainly because of, the farmer is our feedstock for all our materials. So we have to take care of the farmers. We will keep your suggestion on the ESG. Your company has been doing a lot of reporting on the ESG front, both for our buyers. There are many platforms that our buyers continue to see globally on what we are doing, and we have, there are many forums that the platforms that I'm talking about, like the TFS, which stands for Together for Sustainability, is an audit process that we are already qualified for, and we get a good score there. But again, your suggestion on the Dow, we will explore that as an option and see how we can put ourselves on the Dow rating as well. I think, Vikram, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you answered most of the questions. I'll go straight to the financial aspects of it. So the major question, I think, which has been one of the question has been on turnover. I think the turnover last year, if you have seen, the average price of castor seed was much lower. So what you have probably compared is the endpoint to endpoint. If you see the price throughout the year, if you see the chart, prices for the year have come down from seed prices come down from 75,000 to 54,000 last year, and they have gone up slightly and will be flattish during the period of 23-24. But the average prices have definitely been lower. So the comment that although the prices have gone up and turnover has gone down, that does not relate. So I'm just correcting that statement, because the average price is much lower. So it cannot be compared in terms of volume for the previous 2 years. The second number is on growth of revenue, and see the revenue we have been focusing on composition of revenue. So we have evolved with the industry to go into more value addition, focus on risk and return both. So that is the second aspect. Third aspect is composition. So for shareholders, I have been looking at the net worth 2013, which has been compared. Net worth of Jayant Agro was 175 crores. During this 2013 to 2023-24, we have earned 465 crores. So I don't think it is a below or a erosion of capital in that sense. The return on capital is close to 13 to 14%. And considering that about 20% is the payout ratio, 92 crores has been paid out during this period. So I don't think there has been an erosion of shareholders, although some aspects of growth can be looked out into, but we have also to take into consideration that companies investing into the future. So a lot of investment has been made into products which will take some time to take off. There is always a gestation period. The other fact which I would like to bring out is all the growth has been coming only from internal accruals. The company has not come out with any come back to shareholders for any receipt of money from 1993 when the issue has come. So the growth has been through internal accruals. Return has been above cost of capital of debt, and there has been a good payout. So 92 crores payouts from 2013 to 23. If you consider that on net worth of 175 crores, that itself is more than 60%. Has been paid out back on net worth to shareholders. So we are keeping our bets on the long-term future of how we see what is the evolving aspects. As we have mentioned from time to time, we are in a VUCA world. A lot of these developments have a longer gestation period. There is a lot of emphasis on sustainability, green products, etc. Companies diversifying into correlated segments where they see future, but everything will have a gestation, and the management has been communicating that since last few years that companies have been investing, but these shareholders will need patience to see returns over there. Other than that, company has been very carefully managing its resources, managing its debt, and ensuring reasonable payouts to shareholders. So all this is the management philosophy, and the management performance should be viewed with that.
Anything more is pending, Vikram?
Just a bit. I'm just going through the questions were sent. So margin, there has been some questions on margin, double-digit margin, etc. The margins for castor oil and derivatives, I think those are available in our results. We have segment results. Both are separately visible. Margins also depend on the prices of raw material and finished products, because we are on a cost plus kind of a margin. It's not on a percentage margin, which we have been clarifying from time to time. In terms of management dealing with volatility, I would say we have been following fairly tight risk management practices. Considering the volatility, we have volatility in our raw material prices, we have volatility in the markets, and we have volatility in the foreign exchange where we are dealing. So we have generally de-risking as much as is practically possible. There was a question on inventory loss. There is no inventory loss in the current year. R&D expenditure, as a detail R&D expenditure is given in the balance sheet. I think if I recollect, it's around 4.5-5 crores, which is a direct R&D expenditure. Indirect R&D expenditure is not reported. I think with this I have answered all the questions.
Just to add on the B2C, so we have now for the shareholders, we have AgriCare as a product, and the website for that product is www.eri.care, C-A-R-E. So it's e-commerce. It's available on all the e-commerce platforms like the Amazon, Tata 1mg, JioMart, Meesho. So, these are all under testing right now. We have launched AgriCare as a range of product for different segments, and this can be, availed from any of the platforms that we have now tied up with. I think if there are no further answers from your side, Vikram, we can.
Yes, I think I've answered all the questions which were there
Thank you. Thank you.
relating to finance.
So thank you. Thank you, everyone. I now request you to cast your votes. The results of